hallelujah. Alright, abayizi mwenna mbayozaayoza okubeera nga mwamazeeyo obupapula lwe twasoose okola olwa 2025 so nabwe kityo as we said revision we are going to be having a lot of revision series naddala mu PLE papers emyaka gyonna that have been in the field. So olunaku lwaleero tugenda kubeera nga tutunulira PLE 2023 none other than mathematics. As usual olupapula lwaba lwa ssaawa 2:30 then omuyizi yenna aba alina okuba nga ajja ate n'abeera nga ajjuzaamu credentials ze amannya ge n'akola ne signature naye wobanga ojjuzaamu erinnya lyo wano you don't need to write non capital letters or what you call small letters. You are supposed to put in capital letters. For example, I'm called Hakim, so I have to write my name in capital letters and neatly Hakim. Then when it comes to the signature, I do not need to scribble. No, you don't need to scribble. What you have to do is to write your name in non-capital letters or in what you call small letters. So random number ebekuweebwa mu examination room by the invigilators. Kakati ate wetutuuka ku personal number. Personal number, it is part of your index which is given to you during PLE registration at school by your head teacher. So suppose mine is 098. So ng'ebyo bimaze bulungi nnyo obudde obukuweebwa olina making sure you put that one in mind nti ziba ssaawa 2:30 so you have to balance yourself. Then you put in your district ID. My district ID is 123 and then ate ng'omaze okukola ekyo olina okugenda ate munange maaso n'oba ng'osoma ebiragiro ebikuweereddwa what you can call the instructions. So these most of the learners do ignore the instructions, but it's very, very, very crucial to understand what is in a paper, what is required of you. So bw'oba omaze okusoma bulungi instructions zino then ate obeere ng'ogenda maaso okubeera nga ate otandika okola olupapula. So before nga tunabagenda mu lupapula luno tugenda kulutandika naye tugenda tandika ne section A. revision.com ffe wano kyetugenda okukola era kyetubadde tukola bazze nga batugoberera nti section A tugyawulamu ebitundu bibiri. Twawulamu ebitundu tulinamu zile namba 2 so ekitundu ekisooka the first segment ebyetwala enamba 10 then segment eddako egenda kuba etwala enamba erendala 10 so netumala section A then ate olwo nitubeera nga ate tugenda nga tulaba section B. So kansubire munange oli eyo weeteeseteese bulungi nnyo ate tubeere nga atutandika olunaku olwaleero. So don't forget to subscribe, comment and share. As usual, it is me, your teacher, Teacher Hakim. Thank you for making it revisionug.com. All right, I think abana bano. Okay, so katino ensonga eyo katugende ate tubeere nga tutandika. So we are starting with our number one. Number one, it is saying work out. As they are working out, they told them 63 plus 54. Want to tell where did this number come from? So the number came from the topic of operations on numbers, that is adding, multiplying, dividing, and this concept is started as early as P1 up to primary 7. So adding numbers. So kirina okuba nga kikolebwa mu butuufu bwatu kubanga buli number etwala marks 2. So olw'ensonga wano to add those two marks you have to just identify the place values. Place values kitegeeza the places where these numbers carry their values. For example, when I have this number 54, says 50, this number 5 it is 50, it's carrying a value of 50 at 5, then if it is carrying 4 as a 4, so they have places where they are carrying values. So those are what we call place values. So from P1 we have now been looking at place values, and then we are having two numbers, so there are two place values we are going to look at under units. And then we have the place value of ones and also the place value of tens. Then we start with the 63. So 60 is under tens, 60. So we put 6 under tens. Then 3 is under ones. Then 54, 4 is under ones, and 50, that is 5, it's under the tens because 5 times 10, that is 50. So we arrange our number very well vertically, and then after doing this one we have to show the operation sign. Era bw'otagiteekawo tojja kufuna ki akabonero. Nituuka tujja ne tugatta nti 3 tugattako 4 mba nfuna mmeka? Mba nfuna 7. Then 6 gattako 5 mba nfuna 10. That is 6 7 8 9 10. So this one is 11. So number 1 is done. It was very simple, a number to do. Okay, so let us now go to number 2. And number Part 2, they're saying write the base 10 number as shown on the abacus below. Now, I think from nursery, from P1, we have been looking at abacus. So now this time around, this abacus is now in the counting system of tens. Therefore, we are having our beds. Then these are the place values: ones, tens, hundreds, and thousands. So we come here and we draw this, we put in our number. So here we have one bid, and this bid is under the place of 1, so it is a 1. Then under the place value of tens, we do not have any bid, so it is a 0. Then under the place value of hundreds, we have 2 bids, that is 2 carrying the value of 200. Then under thousands, munkumi, we have only one bid, which is now 1, standing for 1000. Therefore, we have finished this one. It was also very simple. So we have 1201 in the counting system of 10, or base number of 10. So with the PLE, it is very easy, and when it comes to mathematics, it is very easy to do what? To pass. Now let us come to number 3. Number 3, yatuweebwange batugamba nti we have set R. This is set concept, that is P4 set concept. So we have a set R which is carrying members like A, B, C, D. Set S mulimu A, F, P, C, S. Then find the number of R. So the question we are going to find, that is we are to find the number of members who are in all the sets. Now, so katwa tulinamu ebibinja bibiri. So twetaaga kumanya abantu bonna bali mu bibinja ebyo byonna wamu bali bameka. So nga kitugenda sookerako okukola, atugenda sooka tukube ebibinja byaffe ebibiri bino bibatuwadde. So tugenda tandika n'eno saako. Eno saako etegeeza abantu abali mu kibinja R. Then tugenda kudda ne saako endala eya abantu abali mu kibinja S. Naye bw'otunuulira zino saako tugenda zigatta kubanga bagenda kwegatta. Tulinamu bamemba abali mu R ate era bamemba abali mu S. So that's why tugenda zigatta. Kati we zeegattira we tugenda okuba ne bali bamemba abali mu byombi abagwa eno n'eri wano kye tuta intersection. Therefore, what we're going to do, we are going to identify the elements. So the elements that are common. So tulinamu A ne mweno mulimu A. Therefore, ono akatinga wonna ali mu wonna. Then tubeeramu ne C wano ne member C naye akatingamu wano wonna. Kakati wano nitubanga tusigazaawo B and D. Ono B and D kitegeeza ye ali mu R wokka, tagwa waki walala, ayagala R yokka. Then ate mu S tulinamu F ali yekka ayagala S yokka. Then ne P naye ayagala S yokka. Then tulinamu ne S as S. So these are the members. After doing this one, katuna okujja ne tumanya bamemba bali mu union nga beegasse mu kino ekibiina kya R ne S. So R union S, ekigulupu kino tulinamu member, tulinamu A, tulinamu B, tulinamu C, tulinamu D, tulinamu F, tulinamu P, tulinamu ne K ne S. Kati awo ne batugamba twagala number omuwendo gwabwe, number of members in union. Therefore, we are going to count them. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there are 7 elements, or there are 7 members. So a number of R union S is 7, or there are 7 members, or there are 7 elements there. So bwe tumala okuva awo ate ne tugenda ku namba 4. Namba 4 no mwatu nayo yali nyangu nnyo ng'egamba etya nti arrange. So to arrange means to put in order the integers. When you see this word integers, kitegeeza the numbers that are guided. We have guided numbers using 2 signs. We have this one and this. So this one is negative, this one is positive. Therefore, in ascending, so katwalina okubeera ng'omanyi ekigambo ascending. So now ascending meaning that you are moving from the smallest number going to the biggest number. And this topic, it is under integers in primary 5. Now, mu kintu ekyangu ennyo kyetugenda okukola example gye ngenda okukozesa wano, ngenda kukozesa example ey'ekizimbe. Naye ekizimbe oba ngenda kukozesa amadaala, staircases. I think fenna twali tubeerako awaka ku kalina ne mulinnya amadaala ne mwambuka ne mulinnya amadaala ne mukkirira. So now we are going to draw our number line like this one when it is standing. Then we are going to cut off the midpoint. When we cut off the midpoint, katugeze wano we wali ekizimbe kyaffe. It is going to be a 0 starting point. Then when I'm going down, I'm using negative. This is step 1 down, then I have step 2 down, then I have step 3 down, then I have step 4 down. Then when I attend one nga ngenda waggulu, I use positive. This is step 1 positive, and then this is step 2 going up, and then this is step 3 up, and then this is step 4 up there. Now when you look at this, now twagala kumanya bwe mba ndi ku negative 1 kitegeeza mba ndi wansi, mba ndi ku ddaala erya wansi nga ndi wansi eddaala limu, naye ate bwe mba ndi wano ku 1 mba ndi ku ddaala erimu ewaggulu. Bwe ngenda ku negative kitegeeza mba nzikiridde wansi ku ddaala eryokubiri, wabula ate bwe ngenda ku positive 2 wano kitegeeza mba ndi ku ddaala eryokubiri waggulu. So kati bw'otunuulira omuntu ali ku ddaala eryokubiri waggulu n'omuntu ali ku ddaala eryokubiri wansi, ani ali waggulu wa munne? Kitegeeza ono ali waggulu nnyo, ono ali wansi. Kitegeeza positive 2 is bigger ate negative 2 is smaller. Oba ntegeerekeka? Therefore ennamba zonna gye tukoma okukkirira wansi, gye tukoma okubeera ate ewala ennyo. Kitegeeza bwe mba ndi ku ddaala limu negative 1 from 0 I'm closer to 0. Kitegeeza ate bwe mba ndi ku negative 5 ate kitegeeza negative 5 eri wansi nnyo okuva ku 0. Oba ntegeerekeka? Kiba kitegeeza nti ono ali wansi nnyo ate ono ali waggulu. Kitegeeza ono is bigger than this. This one is closer to this and this one is far away from here. Kitegeeza ono is bigger, negative 1 is bigger than negative 5 because negative 5 is far away, ali wansi nnyo nnyo eri wansi, tetumulengera bulengezi. Ate nze bwe mba ndi wano ku 1 ate bwe mba ndi ku 2 owa ono negative 1 aba ali bigger than nze ali ku ddaala eryokubiri wansi, ono aba ali wagguluko wange. However much ffenna tuba tukkirira wansi. N'olwensonga eyo gye tukoma okukkirira wansi, omuntu atubaako waggulu aba wagguluko waffe ate ffe tuba wansi we. Kitegeeza negative 2 eddaala eryokubiri nze mba ndi waggulu ate ono aba ku ddaala eryokusatu ng'ali wansi wange. Kitegeeza negative 2 am bigger than negative 3. Negative 3 is bigger than negative 4. Okategedde? Okay, kakati katugeze tutandike kati okuarranginga ennamba zaffe atulabe butya bwe tugenda okikola. So katugenda kuba ennamba layini yaffe bulungi nnyo wano mbadde nkikozesa kunnyonnyola. So kati nnamba layini tugenda gikuba tugisazeemu, tulina 0 and then tugende nga tuteekako where this is 1 and then 2 and then 3 and then 4. Kakati wano zigenda ziba zikendera negative 1 then negative 2 then negative 3 then negative 4. Kakati ntandika osipootingamu ennamba ze nina. Kitegeeza ninamu eno 3 and then nenzija nembeeramu n'eno 1 then nembeeramu ne 0 yange and then nembeeramu ne 4 yange. Kati bw'otunulira from the smallest kitegeeza negative 3 yali smallest, so my order is going to be negative 3 negative 2 0 negative 1 0 and I have my 4. So this is my now number well arranged in order. That is what we call the ascending order. So this is revision UG. So from ascending to descending, that is from the smallest to the biggest. So that is how we do with the integers. I think you've understood that. So let us come to number 5. Number 5 was saying a training for scouts started on Wednesday and it took 30 days. Find the day of the week on which the training ended. Okutraininga kwa basikautu kwatandika ku lunaku olwokusatu ne kutwala ennaku 3. Kaakati olunaku ki mu wiiki training we yaggwa. Now this is finance system. Kitegeeza we are looking at the accounting system, but this accounting system gye tutunuulira, it is of remainders. When I say remainders, now let us get it mu ngeri eno bweti nti okukola wiiki emu tugamba nti eno wiiki emu eweze tuba tulina okukola ennaku meka n'ennaku 7. Kati ennaku 7 zino tugenda ziwanika tugambe tulina Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday and Sunday. Kitegeeza bwe tugamba nti Sunday is the first day of the week, egenda kuba 0. Lwaki egenda kuba 0? Nti bwe ba 0 tutunira counting system. Kitegeeza tubala ne tugatta ne tugabiza ne tulyoka tufuna remainder ekiba kifiseewo. For example, bwe ngamba nti Monday, now Sunday bwe banga 7th day katugeze lunaku olw'omusanvu, it is the 7th day. Then egenda kuba 7 divided by 7. How many groups of 7 do I get from 7? I get one group of 7, remainder is 0. Kitegeeza wano mba nkoze wiiki emu ejjudde, kati ono olunaku egenda kuba 0. Kati bwe njijja ate ku Monday, ne tugamba Monday is the first day, is the second day of the week, because this one is a 0. Now Monday is going to carry a what? A 1 as 1, because the first day, Monday is going to be the first day here. It's going to take the remainder of 1. Then this is going to be 2, then this is going to be 3, this is going to be 4, this is 5, this is 6. Kino tugenda kitwala as in the English way, tugenda kitwala in our local language nti Monday lwe lusooka, olwokubiri, olwokusatu, olwokuna, olwokutaano, olwomukaaga, then olwomusanvu ye Sunday. Wano mathematics wekikola naye mu luzungu Sunday becomes the first day of the week. Leave that one alone. Don't be disturbed. So bwe tumala okukola kino nga tulyoka tujja nga tugamba nti yagenda kunaku olwokusatu, yatandika lunaku lwakusatu, olwokusatu lutwala namba ki? Kiza lutwala namba 3. Then kitwala ennaku meka? Ne kitwala ennaku 3. Tugenda zigatta tumale tuzigabizeemu mu counting system of 7 because we are looking at days and 7 days make what? A week. Therefore after doing this one, tugenda gatta 3 plus 30 tufuna 33. Then in the counting system of what? In the finite 7 here. So kakati we are going to divide by 7. So how many groups of 7 are in 33? We are going to get 28. I think that is 7 by 4. 7 by 4 it's going to be 28. Once we're gonna now 4 will remain with, because it is 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33 will remain with our 5. Therefore this remainder, so tujja mu week meka? Tujja mu week nnya nisigazawo remainder 5. The remainder esigaddewo lwe lunaku olwasigalawo. Therefore this 5, it is 5. Our answer is 5 finite what? Finite 7. Therefore 5 carries which day? It represents which day? Day 5, that is Friday. So the camp or the scout, the scouting, the scout training ended on that day which was called, or that day which is called Friday. Okay, kakati ne tweyongera tugenda ku namba mukaaga. Nga wano nno namba mukaaga tugamba nti kyusa, tugenda kyusa okujja mu millimeters tuteeke mu liters. Wabula kitulina okumanya, tulina okuba nga tulina guiding leading statement. I think from primary 5 we've been doing capacity, that is King Holy's daughter, blah 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 blah. So the leading statement here, it is saying that always when you have 1 liter, this one is equivalent to 1000 milliliters. Therefore we are changing from milliliters to liters. Therefore the leading statement is going to change, that is whenever you get 1000 milliliters you are making 1 liter, right? So how about milliliters 750 ogenda kujja mu lita meka? So tugenda kuddira milliliter 750 tuzigabizeemu 1000 milliliters tuzikubiseemu our 1 what? 1 liter. So milliliter with milliliter, so a 0 goes with a 0. So what are we having here? We are having 75 out of 100 liters. So this is 0 puts a point inside here, then this 0 makes the point move here. Therefore you're going to have 0.75 liters like that, or you can reduce it in form of fractions like 75 out of 100. Then by 5 here we can take by 5. By 5 here we have 1 remaining with a 2. By 5 here it is 5. So by 5 in here, 2 by 5 0. So by 5 here it is a 3. Then by 5 here it's going to be a 4. So we get 3 quarters a liter. So it can either be this one or it can be this here. All of them are correct. Remember, this is revisioneg.com. So katweyongereyo tugende ku namba 7. Namba 7 egamba nti funa omuwendo. Find the value of 4 squared. Then we have 4 squared plus 3 squared, then times 9 power 0. So now zino namba tuziwadde powers nti 4 squared, 4 ng'ogikwisizaamu emirundi 2, ne 3 ogikwiseemu emirundi gyayo 2, ne 0 by 0. So 9 by 0. So always the mathematics we're going to apply here, that is 9 power 0. Any number to power 0, it dies to 1. So meaning that we are going now to have 4 squared plus 3 squared, then times 1. Then we are going to put this one in our bracket. So this is going to be 4 times 4, then plus 3 times 3 times 1. So what are we having? 4 emirundi 4 giba 16, ogateko 3 emirundi 3 giba 9, then okubiseemu our 1. Therefore 16 plus 9, that is 20. 5 times 1, the answer becomes 20 what? 25. So the logic here was here that 9 power 0, any number to power 0, that one it is a what? A 1. Okay, now katweyongereyo ate tulweke tulabe enamba endala. Number 9, it is saying write the solution set for the inequality. Inequality, it means it's not balancing. This side here, it is less or equal to a 3. So to get a solution set, what we're going to do, we are going to draw our number line here. We are going to put our 0, then we have 1, we have our 2, we have our 3, then we have our 4, then this is -1, we have -2. So they are telling us that P is less than or equal to 3. So we come and stand where 3 is and we shade it because they're saying equal to. Check the numbers that are less or equal to, the numbers that are less, the values of P is less or P is equal to 3. So P can either be a 3. Then we look at those numbers that are less than 3. If now P is 3, so what are those numbers less than P? Because they're telling us that P is less than or equal to 3. So P is, there are two interpretations here. P, first of all, P is equal to 3. Another P is smaller than 3. So P is equal to 3. So our solution said the values of P can either be a 3. Then P is less than, now we need to see is less than 3, smaller than 3. So we need to get the numbers that are less than 3. So there is a 2, there is a 1. So as we go on like this, so we can get a 2, there is a 1, a 0, and the numbers are going to be endless because you're going to enter this way even where we have the negatives. So it is endless there. So the solution set for this inequality, it is this one here. All right, we are coming to the end of our first segment. As I told you, number 10 is saying that find the next number in a sequence. Now this is a number patterns that is taught in primary 6. How do we get numbers? How do we get numbers? How do we get numbers? So now when you look at 1, from 1 we went to 8, then they went to 27, then 64. Now which relationship are you seeing here? What are you seeing here? Now when you look at these numbers, are they square numbers? Are they prime numbers? Are they even numbers? Are they odd numbers? Are they composite numbers? What are these numbers? Now when you look at this one, when you look at this one, it is a cube number. It is 3 cubed. Now when you come to this one, we have 3 cubed, and now we have a cube of 4 there. So now when you get how do we get 8? We can get 8 by taking this is 2 by 2 by 2, then we get 8. Then how do we get 23? Then we have 27, 3, then by 3, then by 3. What are you getting? 9. 9 times 3, we have 9. That is it. This one is giving us what? This one is giving us this one is giving us 27. Then from a 3 we go to a 4. Now this is 4 by 4 by 4. What are you having? We have 16 times 4, then that is 64. So these are cube numbers of these are cube numbers of counting numbers. Now when we have 1 cubed, we get 1, then 2 cubed, then 3 cubed, and 4 are cubed. So here the next number, it is to cube now the 5 cubed, which is now going to be 5 by 5 by 5. What are we getting? We get 25 by 5, which is giving us, let us do it from here, 5 by 5. This is 5. We put here our 2 times this one, and then 10 plus this one, 12, which is giving us 125. So they were tube numbers of tubes of the counting numbers. Therefore, this one marks our first segment, revisionug.com, PLE 2025. Wait for the second segment to come. All right, my dear students, welcome back to revisionug.com. This is our second segment, PLE 2023. Thank you for finishing up the first segment 2023. Woo! Oh, galo! Kambu kongere mwana gwe. Hey, banange, thank you for making it revisionug.com. As usual, I'm your teacher Hakim. Bananga ba commenting, thank you for commenting. Abamune bagamba banayi ma teacher otutwala speed when not twala speed. Why not? This is mathematics. Mukintu kino nabagamba revisionug fa abasinga. So namwe abadde bagamba ate kati fa aba secondary nedda worry not. Revisionug weeri. So your segments are also coming, your branches are coming. Senior 4 tugenda kuba tubakolako mathematics, science zonna zigenda kubanga zijja wali wonna ne senior 5 niyo curriculum. Why not? Okay, olwaleero katubeere nga tate tweyongerayo with our second segment. Twabagamba nti segment eyokubiri egenda kuba eva ku namba 11 paka ku namba 2. So what was number 11? Number 11, they are saying, what is saying, change 14 base 10 to base 3. So here, this is the counting system. So we need to know how many groups of threes can we get from the 14 sticks we are going to have. So here we are going to have a very simple formula we are going to use. We are going to write our base here. Jetwagala okukyusamu enamba yaffe, then enamba etuweereddwa gye tulina okukyusa, and then we are getting the remainders. So what is the base? They are telling us we take it to base 3. So what is our number? The number is 14. Therefore we start now grouping. So how many groups of 14? How many groups of 3 are in 14? So mu 14 tugenda kujjamu groups meka? Tugenda kujjamu group C. Tuyina this is 1 3, then another 3 is going to be 6, then another 3 egenda kuba 9, then another 3 egenda kuba 12, then another 3 egenda kuba 15. Therefore tugenda kujjamu groups meka? Innya. So we are going to get 4 groups of 3. We remain with how many? That is 12, 13, 14, remain with a 2. Now, do we still have some groups of 3 from 4? Yes. So how many 3s are in 4? We have one group of 3. We remain with a 1. Therefore, our answer, it is the remainder answer. So it is 1. It starts from down 1, 1, 3, 2 base 3. Therefore, 14 in base 10, it is equivalent to 1, 1, 2 base 3. So with mathematics, we are making it softer. Okay, number 12, it is a graph work. It is a graph number. Egamba nti, the graph below shows the cost in shillings. Ebintu babitunda mu shillings, batunda emiyembe n'emichungwa. So the graph below shows the cost in shillings of mangoes and oranges. Study the graph and use it to answer the question that follows. Now this is data handling line graph in primary 7. Kakati no wano mwattu olina okusooka n'otunda ka graph kano n'okeetegereza n'ogamba what was the logic behind here. Kati kyolina okutegeera zino ennamba wano zaasiimuuse, kati nenzikuteera wano nti wano tutandikidde eba 0 inti 0 zino mba siina michungwa, zino ennamba zeega michungwa, zino ziraga ki? Ziraga 0 inti ne batugamba nti you have to find the total cost. The question is saying find the total cost of 2 mangoes and 3 oranges, but we are going to read from the graph emiyembe emeka, the cost of 2 oranges, the cost of 2 mangoes and the cost of 3 oranges. Katugenda kujjano emiyembe ebiri. This one mangoes, so we come and we take up to where the line for mangoes is, the line graph for mangoes. Ngenda zoominga mwawo. Now 2 mangoes, right? 2 mangoes. So 2 is here, then I move up to that 2. So 2 is here, 2, but this one we don't have mangoes, the line is not cutting from here. Then we come up to here. So the 2 mangoes, so this is 2, then it is reflecting which amount of money? 2,000. So the 2 mangoes here from the graph, they cost 2,000 shillings here. Then for 3 oranges, now we come for 3, then 3 where the oranges are. So 3 and the line for oranges, they are meeting here. So what is the total cost? It is 15. So 3 oranges, what are we getting here? The cost, which amount? That is 1,500. Therefore, the total cost, let us now take the total. Now the total is going to be shillings, that is 2,000, and then we add on our 1,500 shillings here. So as we are adding, this is 0, a 0, a 5, and a 3. So the 3 oranges and the 2 mangoes cost this person enkumisatu mubitano. Very easy. So the trick was for you to just move like with the way you plot x and y. So the 2, then you follow the line for oranges, then you see where they are cutting from, then here. So abamu batwala this one and 1 eba ya just 1 orange and 1 what? And 1 mango. So we don't use this. So we look at that 2 and the 3 oranges where they cut, then 2 where they meet, then I just read from the graph. Very fine, very easy. Okay, kale katweyongereyo tugende tulaba ate enamba ezeeko. Namba 13 egamba etya? Namba 13 no sinzibu nnyo bw'oba ogitunuulidde, anyangu nnyo. Divisibility test tuzisoma mu primary 6 ne mu primary 7. Egamba etya nti given that 780t these are numbers. 780T is a 3-digit number which is divisible by 9. But now our guiding word is here, divisible by 9. What does it mean? What are the signs that can show that this number is divisible by a 9? This is the thing here. So for any number to be divisible by a 9, when you get its sum, and that sum you get has to be divisible by 9, meaning that bwogata a number, for example 1 2 3, this is our digit. But now when you get the sum tikitegeeza answer gy'ofuna ng'omaze okugata. Netugamba nti 1 plus 2 plus 3, this is 1 plus 3, I mean 1 plus 2, it is a 3 plus this one is 6. Then eno answer gy'ofunye is the sum. Is now when you divided the sum and you get no remainder, or you get remainder of a 0, kitegeeza this number is divisible by 9. So kitegeeza divisibility test, or the number to be divisible by 9 in simple terms, when you get its sum, the sum of that digit, and you divide it by 9 and you don't get a remainder, kitegeeza the number is divisible by 9. So divisibility test of a 9, that is when you get a sum of the number. When you get a sum of the number, then when you get a sum of the number, then you divide it. When you divide it by 9, it has to leave no remainder. For example, if I get like 18, then when I 1 plus 8, what am I getting? I'm getting 9. So to divide by 9, I'm getting 9 1 9, I get one remainder 0. I don't get any remainder, right? Together 9 is, so the number has to be divisible by 9. They have to start from 9, then from 9 we go to 18, then we have to get 27 to get 36. So like that. Am I understood? So the numbers that are divisible by 9, and that is 9, 18, 27, 36, 54, like that. So kakati wano they are testing which value is this it carrying. Therefore tugenda gamba nti for the number to be divisible by 9, so we have to get its sum. So we are going to have a 7 plus 8 plus t. So the answer we get has to be divisible by, it has to be divisible by what? By a 9. Then here what are we going to be having? We are going to be having 7 plus 8, this is 15 plus our t. But now the number we get has to be divisible by 9. Now what are those numbers that are divisible by 9? So we start from a 9, then the next number is 18, then the next one is 27. But now when you look at this one, this is 15 plus t. Kitegeeza the number we should get here, the answer we should get here shouldn't be a 9, because this is 15, it is past 9. Then the next number here is going to be 18. So the number, the sum is likely to be 18. Therefore this is going to be t plus 15 minus 15 is equal to 18 minus 15, which is now going to give us what is here. This is t is equal to 3. Therefore our number, the value of t is 3. Let us prove it from here. Now when I have 783, when I add, what am I getting? I'm getting 7 plus 8 plus 3. Then what am I getting here? This is going to be 15 plus 3, which is 18. 18 divided by 9, by 9, 1 by 9 here. I'm getting 2 remainder is 0. So it is divisible by a 9. So we didn't take 9 simply because this already 15 is past 9. So the number is bigger. So we go for the next one. And we didn't take this, we didn't take 27 because 18 is closer, is next to 9. Because if you take 27, so maybe it is going to be t plus 15 minus 15 is equal to 27 minus 15, right? Now this is going to be t is equal to, we get 27 minus 15, right? So this is going to be, this is 2, we'll remain with, sorry, this is a 3 because we are, sorry, it is a 2, and now this is going to be a 1, which is going to be 12. Now when you get 12, then when you get 27, when it is a 12, so when you bring 7 8 12, when you add this is going to be beyond. I think that's why this one is not going to become a digit. We don't take 27, we take the next number, the nearest, the closer number there. So I think that one is understood. So it was about the divisibility test of 9. So how do we get that one? That is by getting the sum of the digits, and now when you get that sum, you divide it by 9. When it is divisible by 9, therefore the number is divisible by a 9. Okay, now number 14, this is construction, and is from which level? P5 level. Okay, they're saying using a ruler and a pair of compasses only construct. Yeah, in 2025 they told us to draw but now here they're telling us to construct, so we have to use a pencil and a pair of compasses. So the pencil has to be sharp, so I don't have the instruments, but I'm going to guide you. Funayo lola jiteke ku paper, then divide it, mark a midpoint, then after marking a midpoint, because we're now constructing a 45-degree, these are half angles, or we get angles by bisecting. So this one is a half angle, which half angle we just get it from a 90. So we get 90-degree angle, divide it by 2, we bisect it, we get 45. Therefore, what we are going to start doing is to construct a 90-degree angle. So how do we construct this one? We are now going to make our semicircle here, then I can stand here, then I mark my midpoint, then from here, then I mark, then here I mark, then after marking I make my 90, but I'm going to dot it because I don't want 90. I'm just going to make 90, I'm going to divide 90 by 2. So after making this 90-degree angle, so I'm going to stand here, then I make an arc, then I cut here, then I stand here, I make an arc in air, then here I make an arc, then I pierce here, then I join accurately. So this one is now going to be my 45-degree angle. So that was number 14. It was very easy. So by the way, when you look at PLE 2023 and PLE 2025, those ones who have just seen PLE 2025 from revision UG, ogenda okwesanga nga enamba ezimu zikwatagana. Okay, so let us look at number 15. This is very easy. Algebra. Algebra, this is mathematics of numbers. Now when you look at this algebra, they are having 5q, take away 2r, take away 3q, take away r. So we have to arrange. So as we are arranging, we are going to collect like a terms. Q5 tolako Q2, tolako RB kintu kigatta, ate tolako Q3, kigeza ngenda kudira Q5 ntoleko Q3 ntoleko R2 ntoleko RM. So kigeza R ziri zokka ne Q ziri zokka. Therefore 5 Q's take away 3 Q's, meaning that I'm going to remain with the 2 Q's. But now when you look at this one, I have negative 2R take away R again, nina R2. So katutugenda mu integers, and it's negative. The other time in the previous segment we said it is to reduce, to go down, but now another interpretation is that negative means a banja. Kigeza ndi mu banja nina bamanja R2 era nendamu nenewola R2, kigeza banja ligenda kula. Therefore if I have negative 2R then negative 2R, kigeza bamanja R2 era nenzamu nenewola R2, kigeza ebanja ligenda kola ki, ligenda kola. So ngenda kubanga ne banja lya R3, so tezigenda kufuukemu. Kigeza eno banja lya owing I owe and I owe you. So kitegeeza we bamanja, then kigeza the banja is going to do what? To increase, just like that. Meaning that, or you can do it in this other interpretation. So you have 2R, you have 2 negatives, 1, 2, then again another negatives. What is the total? You have 3 negatives, right? So I think I've got this here. Why not? Kale katugende ku namba 16. Namba 16 eyogera ku balimi. Kikibaddewo nti Kabagamba nti a farmer sold the following number of eggs in a period of 3 days. Munaku 3 yatunda amagi gano wammanga. Calculate the average number of eggs the farmer sold. So when you look at this word average is the key word. Average means mean. We get the mean nti buli lunaku yali kati bwe tugezanga zonna tuzivadinze equal lunaku aba yatundanga amagi ameka okugeza one number uniformly. Anyway, that is the average. So when you are getting the average, so average is the mean, so you're going to get the sum of all the eggs, the sum of the eggs out of the number of the days the farmer sold them, number of these days the farmer sold them. So the first day the farmer sold 62, then we add on the 73, then we add on the 78, then how many days were they? 1, 2, 3. So there were 3 days there. We want to get the average on average every day. What is that number assumed to be sold out by the farmer? Now we are going now to add. This is 62 gatako 7 mu 3 gateko 7 mu 8 munana gatako 2 ziba 10 gatako zino 13, then otwale wano zino ziba 14 gatako 6 2 gatako eno 2 mwemu. bwe ziba 21 ngase bulungi yes 21 therefore tugambe nti 213 divided by 3 by 3 and how many threes in 21 there are 3 there are 7 threes then how many threes are in 3 there is 1 therefore on average it is assumed that the farmer has sold or sells 71 eggs. Okay, number 17 egambe etya egamba nti a businessman bought a watch omusajja yagula this is the buying price yagenda n'agula essaawa ku ssente mmeka yagigula essente emitwalo 4 n'ekitundu 45,000 n'agitunda the selling price bwe yagitundira n'agitunda tetumanyi bwe yagitundira but now he sold it and made a loss n'akola loosi n'afiirwa nusu 1,500 naw kati okufuna loosi kitegeeza nti the selling price was less than the buying price so to get loss how do we get loss we just get sente ze yagula otoleko sente ze yatunda therefore our loss is nusu 1,500 then is equal to the buying price which is 4,500 kakati otoleko selling sorry not 4,400 emitwalo 4 n'ekitundu sorry wabula yakola loss ya 1,500 otoleko selling price yafe which is x therefore this is an equation oba kategedde nti to get the how do we get the loss to get the loss tegeza sente ze wagula ziba nyingi okusinga ku sente ze watunda that's why notakola magoba nokola loss just therefore to get the loss that is the buying price minus the selling price therefore 1,500 is equal to emitwalo 4 45,000 minus the selling price. Therefore, this is an equation which is going to be now, let us make it this way, 45,000 minus x is equal to 1,500. Therefore, 45,000 minus 45,000 minus x is equal to 15 minus 45,000. Now what are we remaining with? This is a 0, therefore you're remaining with a negative x here. No ensonga eyo kati 15 emitwalo 4 n'ekitundu. So what we are going to do, we are going to get our 45 minus 15, this is going to be 0, this is 30. So we are going to get oh sorry not nyabitano, it is n'ekitundu, right? 45000 and then 15 this is going to be 0 0 and then we regroup here, we remain with the 4, this one becomes a 10 and then this is a 5, then this is a 3 4, so it is negative 4350 0. So we divide by negative because we don't have negative money, divide by negative 1, so our x which is the selling price is 43500. Kiba kitegeeza nti yagula essaawa ku mitwalo 4 n'ekitundu n'agitunda emitwalo 4 mu 1,350 n'abanga afiirwa nusu 10. So therefore the selling price was or is 43,500 shillings there. Okay, this is revisionung.com. Kansubira tukyali fenna tunaatera okumaliza segment yaffe esembayo. So kwe tugenda ku namba 16, it is the trigonometry or what we call triangles or angles or angle properties. Kakati nga tugamba nti na diagram biro calculate the size of angle ABC. Kati olabanga angle ABC eno wakati we wabe kona. So we need to get a value of B here. Now how do you get the value of B? What do you know? What are you seeing here? This is a triangle, and now this one being a triangle, it is what we call an isosceles triangle. What does this mean? It means that the base angle and the opposite sides are equal, and once they are equal, kitegeeza the base angles are also equal. So the moment we see the opposite angles being equal, therefore the base angles are also equal. Therefore we make this angle we let our angle ABC B y. So now if this one is y, also this one is going to be y. Therefore we have y plus 68, the sum of the interior angle sum of a triangle, it is 180 degrees. Therefore 2y plus 68 degrees, take away 68 degrees, is equivalent to 180 degrees, take off 68. Therefore in y b is it 1 meter. 18, take away 68, we have this is 2 Yeah, it is a 2. Therefore, is 7, take away a 6, a 1, a 1. Therefore, we have 112 degrees, divide by 2 to get what the value of 1y. Therefore, y is equal to by 2, 1 by 2 here. This is a 5, remain with the 1. This is 12 by 2 here, 6. So the answer is 56 degrees. Therefore, the value of angle, or the size of angle ABC is 56 degrees. So our next, our second last number. So ku number 19, they are telling us that in 1 hour the minute hand of a clock covers 88 centimeters. Calculate the length of the minute hand. We should use, or we have to use, pi. This one is a symbol for pi as 22 out of 7. This one is from Revolutions, the circle properties, primary 7. Now when we look at this clock, it is a circular one. It is a circular one. It is in the form of a circle. Then here we have our minute hand. Then the minute hand is rotating, then makes 1 hour. Then from 12 here, suppose it is now here 12, then it's going to move then up to here, then it makes 1 hour. So as it is making 1 hour, it means that this clock, this minute clock hand, or this minute hand, it is moving all around the circle. Then as it's moving around the circle, what is this one called? The distance around the circle is called a circumference, right? It is called a circumference. So as it is moving, it's moving around the circle, the circular clock. So it is covering the circumference. Therefore, how do we get circumference? A circumference is got by taking pi d, diameter. Oh, and if you don't take this one, what is our diameter? A diameter, if you know now the circle from here up to here, then this one becomes the diameter. So when it is here, from here up to here it's radius, then from here up to here it's the diameter. Now here we do not have the diameter, we do not know the diameter, but now what we are going to do, we are going to get the radius. So the radius, how do you get the radius? The radius, this is the diameter. To get the radius, this is diameter divided by 2. Therefore r is equal to diameter divided by 2. Now to get the diameter is same as getting 2r, 2 radii. Therefore this 88 centimeters is the circumference, so 88 centimeters is equivalent to 22 out of 7. We are substituting again 22 out of 7, you value your pi, then times our diameter, which is a d, which is 2r, right? Yeah, which is 2r. So we can take d, or we can take 2r, that is 2 times r, that is the radius. So I can take a d just here. Now I can take 2r just like this one. Therefore what am I having? I'm having 88 centimeters is equal to 22 times 2r out of 7. So times 7 here, also here times 7. I remove what? I remove the denominator by 7, 1 by 7 here. So I'm having 7 times 88 centimeters is equal to 22 times 2r. So divide by 22. I can divide here by 22, so 22 goes with the 22, so I'm having 2r. So by 2 I'm getting 11, then by 2 here, what am I getting? By 2, what am I getting? By 2, by 2, okay, I can take by 11. Once by 11 I get a 2, by 11 I get a 4, by 2, 1, by 2 I get a 2 times this one, I'm getting 14 centimeters is equal to 2 radius. So let me remove this one from here so that you don't get confused. So we divide by 2 here, divide by 2. So r is equal to by 2, 1 by 2, it is 7 centimeters. So the radius, the half of this one is this one, the radius. Now the length, we want the length of the minute hand as it was moving like this, like the other. So that is the diameter. So its diameter is going to be the diameter, the length of the minute hand is going to be 2 times the 7, that is 14 centimeters, which is the diameter. So it was very easy to be done. Now number 20, it is saying that a pupil scored 20 out of 25 in the first term mathematics set and 18 out of 25 in the second term mathematics set. In which test did the pupil perform better? In which test did the student perform better? This is a comparison of fractions. So you have 20 out of 25 dash 18 out of 25. I think 20 out of 25 is greater. You can just see it is greater than 18. But before reaching to this conclusion, we are going to use the LCM, the common factor, the common multiple, that is a 50. Then when I get this one, I'm going to have 20 out of 25 times the 50 here. By 25, 1 by 25, it's 2 times this one, this is 40. Then when I get 18 out of 25 times 20 times 50, by 25 1, then by 25 here, what is this one going to be? This is going to be 2 times 18, this is 38. Then when you compare 40 and 38, I think 40, which came from 20, is greater than this one. Therefore 20 out of 25 is greater than 18 out of 25. Therefore the PP performed in the first term mathematics test. So performed better in a first term mathematics test there. All right, this one marks our the end of our second segment. It has been revisionug.com. So now I'm telling you this, wait for the section B. Yes, revisionug.com. Remember to subscribe, follow, share, comment. As usual, we are going to make mathematics talk. So okay, all right, my dear student, welcome to revisionug.com. As usual, it is your teacher Hakim. Bana banu banange mwenna abasharinze abagoberedde link ze nabaweereza. Thank you for making it revisionug.com. Kale kakati olwaleero luno tugenda kubanga tweyongerayo n'ekitundu kyaffe ekyokubiri oba kitwandise section B mu PLE 2023 twamaze section A. Kakati tugenda kulaba section B. I thank you for making it revisionug.com. Please do comment wotategedde commentinga, byonna byolabyemu ebikunyiziza ebitakusanyusiza commentinga. We are here to make learning meaningful. Ate nga lwaki kigaana bw'obanga olina omusomesa kabejja tekijja gaana. So kansuubire nti kati weetegese bulungi nnyo, ebitabo obifunye bulungi nnyo, okalidde. Tubeere nga ate tweyongerayo ne section B yaffe. Mweno section B tugenda kubanga tukola enamba 3 because section B it is full of logic and we need to give it time to understand all the concepts that are there. So my dear learner, I urge you to just concentrate, be confident, have your esteem. Why are your esteem? We get started. Okay, number 21, it is from fractions, right from primary 6 fractions, and we are having mixed operation. When I say mixed operation, tulina obubonero obw'enjawulo. Tulinamu akabonero ak'okutoolako n'akabonero ak'okugatta. Kitegeeza ak'okugabiza. So we have mixed operations. Operations means obubonero obwo tukozesa multiplication, addition, subtraction, like that one. So now they are telling us that we make it simple. We simplify it. We make it simple. We are having now the number is saying oyina a half otooleko a quarter ogabizeemu 4 fifth. Now when you look at this one, when we have these mixed operations, what are you going to start with? Are you going to start by subtracting, or you are going to start by division, or you are starting with division? That's why we come with our guiding word, which we call Bodman. See, this one called Bodmans. Now what does it mean? We have it. B stands for brackets. We don't have brackets. We do not have of. We have division. No reason we are going to start with the division. Therefore, from here, when we apply our bottom, it's going to be a half minus we apply our division. Now this is going to be a quarter. Divided by 4 fifth here. So what does this mean? This means that we have a half minus, then when we are dividing, we use SR. SR as together, you have to change the sign and get the reciprocal. Now, the first fraction is a quarter. S, we are changing the fraction into multiplication. Reciprocal, we upside down. The second fraction, again, upside down. That is 5 out of 4. Therefore, and this is what we are now having. So this is what we are doing, what we are having just here. So now we are going to operate this one. This is a half minus now 1 times this one, this is 5 out of 4 times 4, this is 16. Then after doing this one, we are going now to do what? We are now going to subtract. As we are subtracting, we are now going to apply what we call LCM. So the LCM of 2 and 16, what is that one? So the LCM of 2 and 16, it is, you can get it, or we can use 16. Obviously we can use that one. So when we get 2, then we have our 16 here. As we are getting the LCM by 2, we have 1, this is 8, then by 8 again, this is 1, then this is 1, because we cannot again get 2, so we are getting 16. So our LCM is going to be the 16 here. Therefore this is going to be a half times the LCM, which is 16. We'll allow brackets minus 5 out of 16 times 16 out, we allow the bracket here, out of the total. What is at the total? The total LCM, that is 16. So by 2 1 here, by 2 it is 8, 8 times 1 gubamunana minus by 16 1, by 16 1 times 5, that is 5 out of 16. So 8 minus 5, what are we having? 8 minus 5, this is going to be 3 out of 16. So we do not have a common factor to divide them. Therefore the answer becomes 3 out of 16. So we have made it simple. Thank you. Now let us come to number to part B still, section section B, number 21. So part B, it is saying that work out. However, we are inside the room, but they are telling us to work out. Wow. Okay, kale tugenda okukola tuyina 0.27 times 1.2 out of 0.9. Now when you look at this one, we are going to convert these numbers into the real fractions. Now 0.27, this is same as 27 out of 100, then times 12 out of 10. We allow brackets, so the division bar becomes a division sign, 9 out of 10. Therefore, what are we going to do here? The next step, we are now going to have 27 out of 100 times 12 out of 10. When we are dividing, we use SR, as I've told you previously, whereby S stands for sign changing. So this division changes to multiplication. Then R stands for reciprocal. We get the reciprocal upside down of this next fraction, which is now going to be 10 out of 9. So by 10 1 here, by 10 here 1. So by 9 here, okay, how many 9s are, how many 3s? Let us take it simple, by 3. So by 3 here we get a 3, by 3 we get a 4, then by 3 we get 1, then by 3 we get a 9. Therefore 9 times 4, this is going to be, okay, a 9. So what are we going to be having here? 9 times 4, this is 9, that is 18, then 9, that is 36. Then we get 36 out of 100 times 1, then this is 100. Therefore this one introduces a point inside here, then this one makes a point come here. Therefore our final answer becomes 0.36. Therefore you shouldn't leave the answer as 36 out of 100 or in a fraction form. It has to be in a decimal fraction, because we are given in the question is given in a decimal form. And always don't forget to allow the brackets here. This is revisionig.com. Now let us move on and see number 22. Number 22 batugambye nti eno ya muddusi, an athlete covered 400 meters, yadduka mita 4 mu seconds 48. Ne bagamba calculate the speed of the athlete in kilometers per hour. Kitegeeza wano bakuwadde nga adduka meters, bakuwadde mu meters in a second. Kati you have to convert the meters to kilometers, then the seconds to hours. Now therefore we are going to start with meters to kilometers. Let us start with this one, meters to the kilometers. What is now the leading statement? Nti buli kilometer erimu meters meka? Erimu meters 1000. But now we are changing from meters to kilometers, so we have to change from 100 meters going to 1 kilometer. So always when we have 100 meters, you are making 1 kilometer. Therefore yadduka meka? Athlete yadduka 400 meters. So for every 100 meters, you are sorry, for every 1000, sorry, not 100, that is a centimeter. So for every 100 1000 meters, we are getting 1 kilometer. So for every 1000 meters, we are getting 1 kilometer. So 1000 meters, they are giving us 1 kilometer. Then 100 meters is going to be, then we get 100. The 100 meters here, we divide this one by our 1000, we divide this one by 1000 meters, then we multiply this one by a kilometer. So meter goes with a meter, a 0 goes with a 0, a 0 goes with a 0. So what are we left with? We are left with 4 out of 10 kilometers. We first leave this one here. Then because we need a speed, then from here we are now going to change the seconds, then we convert seconds to hours. Yeah, so what do we know? We know that 1 hour like this one is made up of 3600 seconds. Now we are changing from seconds to hours. Therefore, for every 3600 seconds you get, you are now getting, or you are making 1 hour. So how about how many seconds we are having here? He ran for 48 seconds. Then this is going to be 48 seconds out of 3600 seconds times 1 hour. So a second goes with a second. Therefore, what are we having here? We are having 48. Let me write it here. So we are having 48 out of 3600. So we are going to use a common number to divide these things here. We can use 2, we can use 6, we can use I think we can use 12. I think yes, we can use 12. So how many 12s are in 26? I mean 36. So we have 12, we have 12 at 12 at 12, so they are 3. So we have 3, then this is 0 0. So how many 12s are in 48? And then we have 4. They are 4 at 12s. Then what are we having now? By 4 here, okay, by, let us take by 2. By 30, that is 15 0. Then by 4 2. So we have by 2 1 here. Then by 2 150. This is going to be 7. We remain with 1 75. Therefore, we are having 1 out of 75. 75 seconds. Therefore, we are now going to get, we are going to convert from meters per second to kilometers per hour, meaning that we are going, if we are to get this one, we are going to get our kilometers, that is 4 out of 10 kilometers, the kilometers we got here. Then per hour, we divide by the hours we have converted, then divide by our, this becomes a division sign, then divide by hours. How many hours have we got? 1 out of 75 here. Then this is going to be kilometers per hour. So this is going to be 4 out of 10. Remember, I told you when we are dividing, what do we do? Tugenda kubanga tutusa akabonero kafuuke multiplication. Then the division, we get the reciprocal. Kitegeeza kintu tugenda kikyusa upside down, which is 75 out of a 1. Therefore, what are we going to be having? Let me try to get more space here. So we are having, what are we having here? Let us now multiply 75 times 4. This is 20. We put here 7 times 4. That is 28. Yeah, 28. 28 plus this one, we get 300. So we are having 300 out of 10. Therefore, 0 with a 0. Remember, this is a kilometer per hour. Therefore, we are going to get 30. So 30 kilometers per hour. So this is our final answer. Kansubire, everything is understood. Remember, I've done this one so that you understand. So we have converted meters. We have converted meters to kilometers. Then we have come to time. We have changed seconds to hours. Then after that, because we are converting speed, and speed is kilometer per hour, then we are getting it from meters per second. So that's why in programming kilometers, there is no one. Then per is the division. Then hours. The hours we've got from 48 seconds. That was 1 out of 75, right? Then you do the mathematics, then you come up with the 30 kilometers per hour. Okay, so now this is revisionug.com as usual. Thank you for making it good. Revision.com UG. Okay, all right, now this is number 23. Remember, I told you in this segment of section B, we are going to be doing only three numbers per segment. So now this is our last number in this segment. Please do subscribe, do follow, do comment, do share. Namba 23, it is about to set concept wano bagambye batya nti a total of 120 guests were invited for a marriage ceremony. Kitegeeza abagenyi baali 120 bayita ku mukolo gw'embaga. Kitegeeza era bw'olaba kano akanamba, this is universal, kalina kubeera wano. So dawa universal, it is 120 ku mukolo gwonna kwaliko abantu 12. Then they are saying that 70 guests attended the church service. Abantu 7 ku 12 bagenda mu service. It is here. Ne batugamba 5 for them they attended the reception. Bagenda gye balira mmere. They are here. Ne bagamba nti ate abagenyi W and W guests attended both. So when you look at this one, this is church and the reception. We have some members abakola byombi, so they are intersecting, so they are sharing. It is W here, and both the service and the reception, 40 guests did not turn up for the marriage. Kigeza bebayita bonna abagenyi 4 tebajja, tebagenda ku mmere, tebagenda ku church, tebagenda wonna. So kitegeeza gwe guno omukolo gwaffe be bano abantu betwayita ekyalo kye kino kyonna mu kabokisi, wabula waliwo abasigala ku kyalo abatajja ku church ate tebajja ne ku reception, be bano wana. Okay, kakati ne batugamba batya nti use the Venn diagram to use the information given to complete the Venn diagram. Kitegeeza bameka bagenda wano wokka ku church, tebagenda ku bya mmere. So this is now if the total of these people who went to the church, they were 70. Remember between abana abali both, so we are going to remove those ones who did both. So we are removing W, and also we are going to remove the W who shared or did both of them. So with this one I've finished to complete my Venn diagram. So what is the question saying? The question again, part B, it is telling us to calculate the number of guests who attended both the church service and the reception. Therefore, we are going to add all those people who went there, or all the people who were called. So we are now going to start with getting our 70. We are going to start by getting our 70 minus W plus the W guests, then plus the 54 minus W plus those guests who did not turn up. Therefore, the total number is 120. Therefore, we are going to collect our terms. So this W, this negative W, and this one, they are going to cross out, to cancel out. Therefore, we are going to remain with our negative W. So our negative W here plus our 40, this 40 here, then this one, then plus our 54, zino zagenze, then plus our 70 is giving us 120, the total guests. Therefore, when we add, we are going to get our 70. I add there my 40 ngateka 5 munya zino zigenda kubanya 7 plus 5. 7, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, then plus this one, this is 16. So I'm going to get negative W plus 164 is giving us 120. So negative W plus 164 minus 164 is equivalent to 120 minus 164. Therefore, negative W is equal to, therefore 120 to 164. What am I going to get here? Then kitegeeza this one is less. Therefore, I'm going to just do the inverse, that is 120. Then this is going to be 4. This is going to be 6 minus 2. This is a 4, then this is a 0. So, but because I've done inverse, this is going to be negative 40 what? Negative 44. But because I don't have negative people, or we don't have negative people, then we are going to divide by negative W. Divide by negative W. So I get W as 44, because negative by negative, you get a positive. Therefore, those people who attended both the reception and the church service, they were 44 guests there. Have you understood me there clearly? Why not? That is our first segment in section B. Let us now wait for section B, segment 2, from number 24 to number 27. It is your teacher Hakim. I thank you for making it revisionug.com. I sign out. Peace and love. Woo! Yes, my dear students, welcome to revisionug.com. Lero nzijidde mu style. Style on top. Hey, bajja kakasa. So, my dear students, this is revisionug.com. This is your teacher Hakim. I thank you for making it revisionug.com. This is our second segment of PLE 2023 section B. Aha! Naye nga muli bulungi banange, mwebale kwagala revision UG, mwebale kutambuza, mwebale kukomentinga, mwebale kusubscribinga. Please big up on yourselves. Why not once again? Yes, now let us get started with our number 24. Number 24, it was very easy. It is under operation of numbers, but in that area of LCM, GS, GCF, like that stuff. So let us read the number and we get to see what was required of us to be put on paper so that we get the 3 marks. Okay, bagamba batya nti in a certain school musomero erimu there are 126, 90 and 72 pupils in primary 7, in primary 5, 6 and 7 respectively, meaning that these numbers you are seeing, they are the numbers of pupils in each given class here. So respectively, meaning that in the order given, meaning that 126 it is for they are the pupils in primary 5, then 90 they are the pupils in primary 6, and then 72 other pupils in primary 7 respectively. That is respectively means the order given. So in each class, groups with equal number, so they started grouping each class with in groups, and those groups were having equal numbers. So of the pupils were formed. Find the largest number of pupils in each class. Let me repeat the question one more time. In a certain school, there are 126, 90 and 72 pupils in primary 7, in primary 5, 6 and 7 respectively. In each class, groups with equal number of pupils were formed. Now just get this one in this context, that now maybe this is our primary 5, then this is primary 6 class, and now this is primary 7 class. Now baneno bayina 12, bano mulimu 9, muno mulimu 7. Then inside here they started grouping abayizi in groups, but now the groups they made in each class, it was carrying the same number of pupils. Now let me give an example. Now if here they make a group of let's say 10 people, check that all the groups here they are carrying 10 people. Even when they come to primary 6, they make groups of 10 people. In the number the 90, even in P5, in P7 they make groups of 10 people. That was an example. Now as a student, what is required of you? Each group as they are making the numbers, we need to get the number of the pupils that are supposed to be in each group in each given class. Therefore, this number has to be the largest number which we can form from all these numbers here. So this one is driving us what we call the highest common factor. So the highest common factor, the number which can divide this with this with this equally. Remember I told you in the previous papers, I've been talking about factor. A factor means a number or the number that can divide that given number, without leaving a remainder. So for example, a factor of 126 says that the number that can divide 126 without leaving a remainder, the number that can divide 90, that is a factor of 90, the number of 72. So meaning that we need to get that common number which can divide all of them. Therefore, we are going to use what we call the highest common factor. So how do we get it? It's the way it's like the way we get LCM, but this is kind of different, whereby we are looking at the number perfect dividing each number. Let us see how to do it. So we are going to get our 126 here. We are drawing our factor tree. We have this 90. We are going to use the other method, not factor tree. And again, we are going to start with a common number here. So what is the common number here? We can start the common factor, the prime number, that is number 2. When we divide 128 by 2, what are we getting? So by 2 here we get 60 and 3, we get 63. Then when we divided 2 into 90, we are getting 45. And then when we get 2 into 72, what are we getting? By 2 here, by 2, this is a 3, and then you remain with the 1. This is 60. We get 20, and we get 30 what? 36. Kati oba factor HCF GCF, so greatest common factor kitegeeza any number dividing them zonna without leaving a remainder, you will give it a tick. It is a perfect factor. Now we come and get again that 2 here. So when we divide 2 into 63, you are going to get a remainder. It's now not perfect. Then into this one, you're going to get a remainder. It's not perfect. Then into 36, it's now going to give us 18 just here. Now this one is not a common factor reason. It has given us a remainder. Here it's not perfect dividing these two, so it's not a common factor. Now we go to the next. Now again the next number here, still we can take a 2 still, then it is not perfect. Even it's not perfect, this one is giving us a 9. Therefore this 2 is not a common factor. Then we go again with, because now 2 can no longer divide this one, we go to now to the next number, that is a 3. Then how many 3s are into 63? Now this one is going to give us 63 into 3 by 3, 1 by 3, 2, 1, that is 21. Then how many 3s are into 45? 45, then 3, 1, then 3 here, 1, then here we get 15. Then how many 3s are in 9? They are 3. Now this 3 is a perfect factor. Then we continue with our 3. How many 3s are in 21? They are 7. How many 3s are in 15? They are 5. How many 3s are in 3? 1. This one has divided perfectly. Now we continue. What is the next here? Here we have 7 and 5. We go for a 5. How many 5s can we get here? It's not a perfect factor. It gives us a remainder. How many 5s are here? It's 1. So this one is not a perfect factor. Then we go for a 7. How many 7s are in 7? That is 1. How many 7s are in 1? We do not have any. This one is not a perfect factor. So we get all those perfect factors we've got. Now that is a 2. This is 2 here. Then times we have our 3 here. Then times this 3 is taken. Then times our 3 here. So on multiplying we are having we have this one 2 times 9, which is 18. So the greatest common factor or the highest common factor is 18, meaning that the groups that were divided, the groups that were made had 18 pupils each group. So each group which was formed here had 18. Therefore, the largest number of pupils in each group was 18. Yeah, I think you've understood. So that is the concept of the highest common factor, which resembles kind of like the LCM. Now, when you come to part B, they are telling us that how many groups were formed in primary 5. Remember, in primary 5, how many pupils were there? The primary 5 had 126 groups. 126 pupils, but each group here carried how many? 18 pupils. So let us get the number of groups here. So to get a number of groups, we are going to get the total number of pupils divided by the number of pupils in each group here. So what are we going to be having here? We are going to have 126 divided by the 18. So by 2 here I get 9, and then by 2 I get 63, and then by 9 by 9 I get 7. Therefore there are 7 groups that were formed in primary 5 there. So this is your teacher. revisionug.com as usual is the website, so you can reach out to us. Okay, so let us now get our next number. This is our second segment, and I told you in the second segment, or in each segment, section B segments, we are going to be doing only 3 questions. Kale katusimbule embalasi. Number 25 bagambe batya. Number 25 bagamba nti in the diagram below, this diagram you are seeing, oyino gisoma bulungi n'ogitegeera. I know now some people, when it comes to these diagrams, they do not want to give it all what they have. They are very easy, so long as you get the concepts. So with revisionug.com, this is what we are doing best. Kati nebagamba batya, nebagamba nti no, a line AB, this line AB is parallel to line CD. As you are seeing, these signs, they are parallel to each other. Now nebagamba study the diagram and use it to answer the questions that follow. Awenzigiramu okatereeza obulungi tutya. Kakati tulina okutunuulira wano sorry, batugambye nti we have to find the size of angle P. We need to get the value of this angle P. So now when we look at these angles, we have what we can call Z angles. They are Z angles. Now, if you don't take them as Z angles, when you look at this thing here, you can see what is that one, angles on a straight line. But being on a straight line, tuinayo ate no angle gye tuba tulese wano emabega, so that one, that concept cannot work. So what are we going to do? Now, when you look at this one, when you look at this one, when you look at this angle P and P, this angle P and this one, they are alternate with the angle which is here. Are you seeing these angles? They are alternating what angles. So eno eya wano eba emu nene ya wano. Kati now when you look at this K here, it is alternating with what is where, is with what is here. Kakati era still bwe tuva kwecho tugenda kulaba nti angle eri wano munda, olaba angle eri wano tuli mu kusemvula no, we are studying now. Bwe tutunula eno angles zino ez'omunda ze tuyita eno ensanvu, this 70 you are seeing, nene ya wano tuzitako interior angles. Kati wezibako interior angles kitegeeza ki nti these interior angles are what? These interior angles are doing what? These interior angles are they add up to 180 degrees. Kitegeeza ne weba 70 wano tugenda kufunawo 110 degrees. Bwe tugatta tuba tufuna 18. Kati tufuna 18 kitegeeza eno angle ya wano egenda kuba meka? Eno angle ya wano egenda kuba nayo 7. That's why we are saying these ones are alternating angles. So alternating angles are equal. Kitegeeza bwe ziba ziri alternating, neno angle ya wano egenda kuba equal with this one. Naye ate bwe tuddamu ne tutunulira kino kye tutunulira wano bwe twawa eno 130 degrees, bwe tugisika ne tugisika bulungi nnyo ne tugireeta wano, olaba bwe tugisika ne tugireeta wano, manye kitegeeza egenda kuba ekwezi 180 degrees. Kati bwe ekwezi 180 degrees because zigenda kuba straight line, bwe ziba ku straight line ene egenda kuba 50 because 50 plus 130 we get 180. Kati bwe 180 kitegeeza these ones are also co-interior angles. Once they are co-interior angles, what is happening here? This is going to be 130 degrees. Or else era twandibadde tukola corresponding angles. What are corresponding angles? Corresponding angles, one has to be in, one has to be out and on the same side. And corresponding angles are also equal, meaning that in 130 is corresponding to this angle here. This one is out, this one is in. So corresponding angles are also equal. So ekyo mbadde nkikola for you to just get various angles that are on the diagram. So kakati from there we can take our P as we can take our P as 130 degrees. Why? Because they are corresponding angles, and 130 it's corresponding with this one. But we are corresponding angles is corresponding angles are angles that are on the same side on the same side, but one angle has to be inside, another one has to be out. Now when you look at this one is inside the lines, these two, then this one is out, and they are on the same side of the transverse angle. So, or if you don't do that, we can also take this P, then when you take this one, this P is equal to 130. Let me first write it here. The reason you can tell us that they are corresponding angles with this one. Or you can now, if this is 130, then this K is going to become 50. Why 50? Because after getting this one is going to be alternate. Therefore, our K is going to be an alternating angle. So without wasting time, let us now first fill in the value of our angle K here. So the value of K, so angle K is equal to 50 degrees. Value of K is equal to 50 degrees. Why? You can call this one as an alternating angle, or you can just do the other mathematics, but this other mathematics takes a lot of time, and we do have other numbers to do. Like now when you bring this K plus 70 then plus the value of P130, then still you get you'll get the 50 degrees, because when you get this is when you get this P, when we get this P, we are still doing this one. Our K, we have got the value of K still here. It is 50 degrees alternate. But now when we come to this P, we are still finalizing with our P. It's now not 130 degree up and now. Orensonga twasose tukola eno olaba eno, this P here. It's not alternate, because we said it is alternating angle when it is P plus 70, all of it here, but we have got this one as 130. Kati one tufunye K as our what? Our 50 degrees. Kati we are going to get the value of P, so which is going to be now, this is not P, this is not this is not P. This one, the value of the angle here, it is that one, we can call it Y. So to get P, we are now going to get P plus the value of K plus our 70 is equal to 180 degrees, whereby P plus what is K, now it is 50 degrees. We've got it from here, because if this is 30, therefore this is K plus 30 minus 180 minus 30, we get this one. Over, we just take this one directly. This one is alternating with this one. Obviously we are getting a 50. So plus 70 is equal to 180 degrees. Therefore P plus 120 minus 120 degrees is equal to 180 minus 120 degrees. And therefore P is equal to 180 minus 120, that is 50 degree also angle there. Okay, this is revisionug.com. Let us get our third number in this segment, and then I will close this segment here. So number 26, a carton of salt contains 40 packets. A carton of salt contains 40 packets. Each packet has a mass of 250 grams. Work out the mass in kilograms. So here we are looking at measures or measurements. We are converting now. We are now comparing. We are comparing grams, kilograms, grams, like that one. So they want us to get to work out the mass in kilograms of all the packets of salt in the carton. Remember, they're telling us that a carton of salt has 40 packets. So let us take one packet. One packet here, it is weighing 250 grams, and then this is one packet. Then how about the 40 packets in what, in a carton? So it's going to be 40 times 250, and then we are getting the total grams here. Then let us first take our 25 by 4. This is 20. We put a 2 here. This is 8 plus this one 10. Then we bring our 0 on 40. Then we bring our 0 on this one. So we bring 100, then our 2 zeros, and then we are getting 10,000 grams. Then we are converting these grams to kilograms, whereby we shall get 1,000 grams. The moment we get 1,000 grams, obokola kilogram etya em. So ate grams mutwalo, 10,000 grams. This will be 10,000 grams out of 1,000 grams, and then times 1 kilograms. So a gram goes with a gram, a 0 with a 0, a 0 by a 0, and a 0 by a 0. So what are we getting? 10 times 1 kilogram. So we are getting 10 kilograms there. Okay, kakati ne tugenda mu part B ne batugamba batya. Mu part B ne bagamba a family uses a packet of salt every 5 days. Find the number of days the carton will last a family. So a family uses one packet every 5 days. How many days are those? So for every 5 days, meaning that one packet like this one, it lasts a family how many days? There are 5 what days. Find the number of days of a carton will last the family. The carton has 40 what? 40 packets will now be 40 times 5 days. So this one is going to give us 200 days there. So the carton, that one carton which carries 40 packets, is going to last a family of 200 days, because buli packet yemu bagikozesa mu nnaku 5. Packet yana bagenda zikozesa mu nnaku 2. Okay, so let us now look at also number 27. Number 27 is a construction number. But I think with this construction number, I do not have the gadgets. I do not have the what? I do not have the geometry set. I cannot do it from here. Just I'm going to guide you in the next segment on how to do it, and towards the construction of a kite. So my dear learner, thank you for making it revisionug.com. We are going to start from there. Our next segment. I remain teacher Akim as usual. revisionug.com. You've been awesome.
Awesome.
Endulu. Auntie Kubala. Okay, my dear students, once again, welcome to revisionug.com. Muri bulungi. Yes, as usual, it is your teacher Teacher Hakim. Olunaku olwaleero tugenda kweyongerayo ne segment zaffe ez'enjawulo. Remember tukola PLE 2023 abatambulire naffe all along from those series. I thank you for making it revisionug.com. Kakati olunaku olwaleero tugenda kweyongerayo ne namba 27 naye nga nsooka okubajjukiza nti please share, please comment, please subscribe, and those ones who have made it to the point, big up on yourselves. Cheers for you, just cheers for you. Woo! You've been awesome. Abo tubasekeredde abadde tebagoberera revisionug.com tebamanyi nti baasubwa dda bakubiridda ku bino. With revisionug tuyina wako muteeketeeka obulungi okubeera nga akuyambako okubeera nga okola revision mu kaseera kano w'oyagalidde okubeera nga buli kintu kyonna tuba tukisimplifyinga. So okay, kakati namba 27 kansubire nti weeteekese bulungi nnyo, oyina seeti yo bulungi nnyo awo, bikozesebwa kalaamu ogisongodde bulungi, everything is intact. You are ready to follow me step by step, step by step. Why not? Kakati batugamba nti using a ruler and a pair of compasses only. So we have to use a ruler and pair of compasses. I think you know the compasses where you insert your pencil, which is well sharpened. We are going to construct tugenda kuzimba ka kite. Tugenda kuzimba kite erina shapes, lines ensonda tuziyita ABCD, in which diagonals erina obusitale buli obuyitamu. AC is 6 centimeters and diagonal BD, sorry, this is not 6, this one is diagonal, sorry, diagonal BD bisects AC at X such that BX is 3 centimeters and DX is 5 centimeters. So kati mwenna abalina ebirooto by'okubeera ba engineer tugenda katitandika okuzimba kite eno. So before making this kite, what has to come into our minds, kite eba twisted square sometimes, but this is not a balanced one. A kite yakolako weight kitegeeza eyina diagonal, olaba eno line gye nkubyemu diagonal emu, then neba neno diagonal eyimiridde, kati neba ne zino sides ez'enjawulo ez'emabega. So kati here we are talking about the diagonal ze line eziba munda buno obusalaba buno, then bino ebisigadde tubikuwako bukubi ne banga be making that shape to come out. So if now we've got that clear picture of the diagonal, I think abaali bakozeko kite mu buveera, ofuna akati wano noteeka mu kaveera, then nosibako akaguzi swi in space, right? That's the kite. Now what is the foundation of the kite? They are the diagonals, those two lines, emu is standing, emu is vertical, another one is horizontal. Then we are going to start with the horizontal line as our AC. Now let us start sketching, let us start building. I'm not going to construct, but I'm going to guide you through here. Kakati our sketch, this is how it's going to look like. This is now our foundation, where we have A and C. This is line C and it is measuring 6 centimeters, right? Now they are telling us that diagonal, because now this is AC, this is the first diagonal, then we are having diagonal BD, meaning that the diagonal BD is bisecting this diagonal AC. It is dividing this line AC into two. When we say bisecting, it is equal, it is halfway. Now meaning that if this diagonal AC, it is 6 centimeters, then at point from A to this point here, we are going to measure 3 centimeters, meaning that's going to divide it from here, right? And sometimes in some cases, some people do stand here, they make an arc in space, and down here also make an arc in space, and here they divide. Are you getting that? So as they are dividing, meaning that from here at this point here, we are having our point X. Then from here up to here, we are having 3 centimeters because it is bisecting it. And from here up to here, there are 3 centimeters. AX and CX, there are 3 centimeters. Now, after dividing this, we are now going to draw. Here we are going to draw, or we can stand here and we make an arc. But before doing that one, we are now going to draw our diagonal here. Now this diagonal, meaning that above here we are going to have B, and down here we are going to have D. This is our diagonal BD. Then as we look at this one, from point X here, we are going to move 3 centimeters. Where 3 centimeters are going to end, this one is going to be 3 centimeters. Then when we move from X going down where D is. These are 5 centimeters. So from here we measure 3 centimeters. We put 5 centimeters. We put an arc. Then this is where we are going to put our point. What point D? So this one is going to be 3. Then this one is going to be 5 centimeters. Then after doing this one, you join here. Then you join this point A to D. Then you join D to C. Then you join B to C. So obviously you have made your kite. So I think now you've understood me. One more time, this is a sketch. So when you come to the real diagram, you are going to mark a C, that is 6 centimeters. Then you're going to stand here, make an arc, then down an arc, then you stand here, make an arc, then an arc, then you bisect this one equally. Then after bisecting, then this is point X. Then from this point X going up here, you are going this by this diagonal. This one which you have bisected, I just make it solid, not dotted. Then you stand here, you measure 3 centimeters, and you make an arc. So from this arc you put your point B, and then you stand here, face down here, you mark the 5 centimeters because it is dx. Then you join here, and again you join this one to this accurately. I think you are following me. And then also join here and also join here. So you've made your kite ABCD, whereby this is dx is 5 centimeters, then bx is 3 centimeters. Okay, so that was the construction. It was very easy. I guess now you are trying it out with your pair of compasses and a ruler. Okay, now let us continue to number 28. Number 28 batugambye nti omusajja is 4 times as old as his daughter. So a father alina muwala we, naye emyaka gya muwala we taata agikwisaamu emirundi emeka? 4. Ako kabagezi bokka babeera ku vision yogi. The father is 4 times older than that daughter, meaning that you don't know how old that daughter is, but now they are telling us that if now we get to know how old the daughter is, then we can understand how old the father is. Then they are telling us that in 6 years ago, 6 years back, when we got their sum, when we added their ages, the sum was 48 years. This is algebra, application of algebra. This is revision UG kino letukola. I think katika kana tuyite mu namba tujimaleyo tisibwe kiri nti bwe kiri kuba ngalo. Mani okubala kunyuma. By the way, you shouldn't stress with kubala. So batugambye nti omusajja akubisaamu emirundi ene emyaka gya muwala we. Twakitegeeza tumanyi myaka gya muwala we. Kanaye bw'ogamba nti myaka katugeze nti omuwala alina emyaka 10. Tata aba ine myaka emeka. Kigeza tata aba ine myaka 4. This is just a simple example for you to understand. A father is 4 times as old as his daughter. Now if the daughter is 10 years, how old is the father? The father is 4 times, therefore will be 4 times the age of the daughter. Sichicho we guli. Okay, now we have understood the context. Let us now continue. So when batugambye nti no, I find the age of the daughter now, not ago. So now we are now having our daughter. The father has the daughter. Now being with the daughter, then there is the father here. Now we don't know how old that daughter is. Are you getting that? We don't know how old that daughter is. Then let us first say, let me use this space here, late the daughter's age, emyaka gya muwala wono omusajja, be Hakim. Now if the daughter is Hakim years old, the father is going to be 4 Hakim. So this one now is giving us the meaning. Kakati, we need to get a value of age here, but now they are telling us that 6 years ago. Now we are having this thing 6 years ago. Now what does this mean? 6 years, we are going back. 6 years we are going back. This means that if the daughter now is 10 years, 6 years ago, how old was that daughter? Now if now the daughter is 6 years, kati emyaka mukaaga emabega omuwala wa myaka yali wa myaka emeka, kitegeeza tugattako oba tutoolako tugamba 10, 9, 8 like that. Kati with mathematics tugamba tugenda kugamba nti 10 toolako mukaaga tudde emabega tugende ku 4, meaning that nabwe kitibwe kiri wano mu algebra tugenda gamba if now the daughter is 4 years, then 6 years back the daughter was age minus 6. Then the father now now is 4h, then 6 years back the father was 4h minus 6. Then from here they are telling us that by 6 years ago, when we added this age of the daughter to the father, we got 48. Tuli fena kansubire tuli fena. Kakati kitegeeza tugenda kukozesa kano ke baatuwadde tugambe nti emyaka mukaaga emabega omuwala yali wa h-6 ate taata yali wa 4h-6. Therefore bwe twagatta h-6 plus 4h-6 it gave us 48 nti ye. Kakati tukunganye ebifaanagana tugambe h gattako 4h gattako 6 minus 6 is equal to 48. Therefore this is going to be how many, what is this one? Sorry, not plus. This is minus. Olw'ensonga eno yabadde h nejjano eno nejjano kati eno negative 6 eno negative 6 here. I think ekyo tukitegedde. Kati this is 5h minus 12 is equal to 48. Then plus 12 here, then plus 12 here. Therefore 5h is equal to 60. Now divide by 5. Divide by 5. Kakati h1 elimu meka. By 5 1 by 5 1. I remain with how many? I remain with 1. Then this one 2. Therefore h is 12 years. Meaning that 6 years ago the daughter, now we come here, the daughter was 12 minus 6. Therefore the daughter was 6 years ago. 6 years ago, how old was the daughter? Then my pen is misbehaving. Okay, it has come back. Now minus 6. So the daughter was 6 years. Then the father was 4 times 12 minus 6. Now this is 48 minus 6, which is giving us 40 what? 42 years. Kakati right now batubuziza the age of the daughter now. Now the age of the daughter now, we've got the value of age. So the daughter, we said that the daughter's age BH. Therefore now the daughter is, because H is now carrying 12, therefore the daughter is 12 years now. Integerekese. I think I'm now loud and clear. You've understood me. Then part B, they are saying the age of the man 6 years ago. 6 years ago, how old was the man? The father was 4h minus 6, which is 4 times the value of h, which is 12 minus 6. Therefore, this is 48 minus 6, which is giving us 40 what? 42 years. So 6 years ago, that was the man's age. I think now that one is understood. Well, okay. Tutambula tugenda. Kakati nga tugenda ku namba 29. Namba 29 abayizi wano basanga nnyo obuzibu bwe kijja mu kino ekintu ekya banking, selling, buying, when do we divide, when do we obuzibu ne bulyoka bujja. Naye kakati mwattu tugenda kusooka tukitegere bwe tuti nti bwe bakuwanga ennamba ya forex exchange bweti, when you see these tables nga bakuwadde ennamba in a table way, when you see the buying, the moment you see the word buying, who is buying? Because now this one is you have entered the bank, you are seeing now the post or the board, the notes there. Now the moment you see that one, buying. Now who is buying? It's not you buying, it's the bank. Now the bank is done buying. Where you see buying, it is the bank buying, but for you are doing what? You are selling. Now when you see selling, when you see selling, kitegeeza for you are doing what? Buying. Kakati katugeze. bw'ogenda ku dduuka, are you selling or you are buying? When you go to the shop, what are you doing? You are selling or you are buying? You are buying because you've gone there with your money. You want the shop attendant to give you sugar, so the shop attendant is buying in the shop. The shop attendant is selling, but you are buying. Oba ntegerekeka. So na bwekityo, when you see buying, where you see the buying, kitegeeza for you are doing the selling. Now when you see the selling, you are doing what? The buying. So when you enter the shop, when you go to the shop, you are not buying. You are not selling. You've gone there to do what? To buy. So you are buying the sugar. The shopkeeper is selling the sugar to you. Kati katugeze nti ndi mu Uganda. Oba kati katugeze nvudde London, nvudde eyo gye nvudde nenzijja, oba nvudde Kenya, oba kati katugeze nvudde mu America nenjja ne $. Kati bwe nzijja ne $, zange, this dollar is not working in Uganda. In Ugandan currency dollar tezikola. Bwe ziba tezikola kiza ngenda mu banka. Kati bwe ngenda mu banka, kikyenjagala mbatwalidde $. Yange. Kitegeeza nze we mbatwalira $. Yange kike ngenda okugula, kike ngenda okukola. Bwe ntwalayo $, ngenda bawa $. Bwe naaba wa $, bampe Uganda currency. What is that? Kitegeeza for them, I've taken my $, I've gone to sell my $. So for them, they are going to be buying my $. So when I have foreign money, I just said it sizetaaga njagala zange ngenda zigenda nzitunde, bwe nazitunda bampemu sente za wano. Wantegerekese. Naye ate bwe mandi mu Uganda nga njagala genda mu America neetaaga $. Sigiina ngenda njigule kubanga eri gye ngenda eno mu banka ya Uganda nzi tebeetaaga sente za Uganda, beetaaga $. Kati ngenda kutwala sente za Uganda then mbaguleko $. I don't know whether I'm making that one clear. Okay, let me make it again one more time here. Njagala tukawo obudde because this thing tries to confuse people. Njagala kati tukiddemu in this way like this one. Intu we ngenda mu banka. Bwe mba njagala genda ebweru Kenya oba Tanzania gye batukozesa sente za mu Uganda, kitegeeza nina okukwata sente zange ez'omu Uganda ne ngenda mu banka ne ngula sente za Kenya. I buy foreign money. Oba okategedde. Naye ate bwe nva Kenya ne nkomawo mu Uganda, ate seetaaga gula sente za Kenya, mba nina zitunda butunzi bwe ngenda mu banka. So in simple terms, I buy foreign. I buy the foreign money, then I sell. I buy the foreign money. Then the banker. Then I buy the foreign money if I have the local money. But I sell the foreign money if I don't have a local currency. Local currency is the sentence of Boina. So sometimes you can take this one and say, bats, fish swim dangerously in the mountains. Now, meaning that bwe njagala kugenda muno, kati katugende wano tulabe mu question. Magambe atualist yayina pound lukaga. So at first they had 600 pounds and exchanged them for Uganda shillings. Find the amount of money in Uganda shillings that tourist got. Now when this tourist came to Uganda, he took this money to the bank. So the tourist yayina zino sente kati nga ayagala bamuvungisisemu eza Uganda. Kitegeeza yayina ogenda mu banka n'atunda zino. The tourist was now selling. Then the bank was buying. So we are using this rate here. Meaning that for every £1 like this, the banker was buying it at 4400. Then how about the 600? The 600 pounds zeyayina. Naye ate wano tuba tulina 6 pounds zino zeyayina. Kigeze it is 600. Bwaba yina pounds zino lukaga. So 600 times 4400. Kubanga buli emu yayina zino. Therefore we are multiplying, we get our 44 times our 6. So this is 24. We take it to 24 24, 25, 26. This is 264. We add on the 2 zeros and the 2 zeros. So this is the money that Wallace got in Ugandan currency. Okay, kati now netujja ku part B. Moses yalina $2 n'azivunzisa mu Kenya bwe yamala to exchange for Kenyan shillings, find the amount of money in Kenya shillings he got. Kakati wetuja ku billboard one. We don't have direct Kenyan transfer from dollar to Kenya transfer. No, it is from dollar to Ugandan currency. From dollar to Ugandan currency. From dollar to Ugandan currency, from Ugandan currency, then to the Kenyan currency. So this is what is supposed to be done. Meaning that the steps were to change from the dollars to Uganda shillings, then from Uganda shillings to Kenya currency. So when this Moses entered the bank, he came with the dollars. Then this boy sold the dollars to the bank. So the bank was buying. The bank was buying. Yali ezimugulako kubanga banka tesobola kugula sente za Uganda kubanga izirina egula zetalina. So bwebe egula kitegeeza he was selling. So tugenda kozesa satu lwenda. The bank was buying. So Moses sold the dollars to the bank. So every $1 here it was bought by the bank at 3,900. Then he had how many dollars? He had $200. Therefore, this is 200 times 39,000 shillings here. Then when we multiply, this is 39 by 2. This is 18. We put here 60. Then this is 7. Right now, this is 78. Then we bring our 4 zeros. This is now the Ugandan currency. Then after getting this Ugandan currency, then he again went to the bank to change from Ugandan currency to Kenyan. Now, kitegeeza this person bwe yagenda eri he went to do what? To buy the Kenyan shilling again. But as he was buying, then the bank was selling to him. So we are going to use the selling price here. So we are going to use the selling price. So what is now the selling price? It is from here. The selling price is 26. Therefore, the boy we yagenda mu bank nga afunye sente za Uganda yagenda gula za Kenya. So as we yagenda to buy, the bank was selling to him. So for every 26 Kenya shilling, the bank was giving him 1 Uganda shilling. He was paying. This one was paying the bank 1 Ugandan shilling. Then so meaning that for every 1 Ugandan shilling, just like this, for every 1 Ugandan shillings, he was getting 260 shillings. Then how about 78000 shillings? Then this means that was buli emu bali bamuwamu eno. Then ate mu lusanvu muno bali bamuwamu meka. So it is 78000. How many zeros? 4. Then divide by 26. So we bring our 78 here, divide by 26. Then by 20 by 2. We take by 2. We take by 2. I think. We take by 2. This is going to be 1 3. And then by 2 39, by 13 1 by 13. So 13 by 3 it's going to be 3. So we are getting by here we get 3. Then how many zeros? 1 2 3 4. 1 2 3 4. So he got 30,000 Kenya shillings. So that is what was supposed to be done here. Okay, now let us get our last question in this segment here. Now in this segment they're saying that a farmer employed 2 workers to dig a piece of land. The first worker could dig the land alone in 6 days. The second worker could dig the same piece of land alone in 3 days. The 2 workers dug the land together. Find the number of days they took to dig the piece of land. Habagambye nti omulimi yaleeta abakozi bamulimireko naye omukozi eyasooka yalima ennimiro eyo mu nnaku mukaaga. So twalina ennimiro wano kati ennimiro eno ono kyamutwalira ennaku 6 okukola ki? Okulima. Kitegeeza 1 2 3 4 5 naye ate baleeta omulimi ow'okulala ye kyamutwalira ennaku 3 okulima ennimiro y'emu kitegeeza this is day 1 day 2 day 3 ono yatwala this is day 1 day 2 day 3 day 4 day 5 and this is day 6 naye ono second farmer second worker yatwala day 1 day 2 day 3 the same garden ye ennimiro emu ono yagirima ennaku 6 the same garden ono yagirima ennaku meka ennaku 3 n'olw'ensonga eyo kye tulina okusooka okutegeera mu mind yaffe nti omulimi the first worker this one the first worker buli lunaku yali alima ki in day 1 the first worker that is every day in day 1 day 1 the first worker in day 1 yatwala 1 out of 6 then the second worker our second worker here mu lunaku lumu yalima kyenkana ki this is in one day yalima 1 out of 3 kati bwe tubagatta bonna ono najja n'alima a 60 no n'alima a 3rd in one day what are they going to do what kati ono najja bonna ne bajja olunaku lumu what are they going to do now the working rate in one day now this is 1 out of 6 plus 1 out of 3 then our LCM is a 6 therefore 1 out of 6 by 6 in a bracket here and then plus 1 out of 3 times 6 here then by 6 1 by 6 1 this is 1 then plus by 3 1 by 3 a 2 and then plus a 2 out of a 6 so what is this one going to be a 3 out of 6 then by 3 1 by 3 a 2 so when you combine them they are going to dig a half in one day when you combine them therefore this means that in one day like this one when you combine the two farmers in one day like this one they are going to cover how many parts they are going to cover a half or they are going to dig a half of the garden then so kitegeeza how many days are they going to take meaning that a half a day they are covering a half of the land a half of the land here not a day in one day they are covering a half of the land so in a half of the land is covered in one day then how about the full land meaning that now the land is divided into how many into 2 parts then how about now this full land that is how about the full land one full land now this one has been a half how about the full land that is one whole it will be 1 out of a half divided by 1 day so we are getting the days so this is going to be 1 divided by a half times 1 day therefore this is going to be 1 times 2 out of 1 which is going to give us a 2 so they are taking or they took 2 days when they are together digging the land I hope now you've understood me so kanakakyusemu it is just mathematics and when we are dividing this is a whole it is 1 out of 1 then when you are dividing you change the sign to multiplication then you get the reciprocal you multiply you get 2 days so both of them when they are working together they took or they can take how many days they can take 2 days so they are saying that the farmer paid each worker nusu omutwalo gumu n'ekitundu so a farmer paid each worker 15,000 per day calculate the amount of money the farmer spent to dig the piece of land this is very fine so for every 1 day they were getting 1,000 each 15,000 each here then in 1 day so one worker like this one is going to get 15,000 shillings then how about the 2 workers then this is going to be 2 times 15,000 shillings which is going to be giving us how much this is going to be giving us 30,000 shillings therefore in 1 day like this on 2 workers a farmer spends 30,000 shillings then how about the 2 days then is going to spend 2 times our 30,000 then this one is going to be giving us 60,000 shillings therefore in 2 days a farmer spends 60,000 shillings okay this has been our segment for today revisionug.com thank you for moving with us please do remember to subscribe do remember to follow like and comment revisionug.com I sign out revision.com, my dear Lana. Thank you for making it revision.com. Olwaleero, it is just very different day in this lesson. This is our last lesson mu PLE 2023. Obugalo. Yes, mbebaliza ddala okubanga tutambudde nammwe okuva gye twatandikira okuva ku nnamba emu olwali tugenda kumalayo paka ku nnamba 32. Ekyo kintu si kyangu, so thank you for following. Abakomenti nze mwebale. I thank you for making it revision new G oba mbayimbiremu kola gwe wana ebintu bino binyuma. By the way, mathematics is just awesome with the revisionug.com. Just awesome, just awesome. Hey, just awesome. Agambye atya. Kale katuve mu ebyo kambongere ku bugalo. So katunole ensonga eyo olwaleero tugenda kubanga tumalirizaayo epepa yaffe eno gye twatandika 2023 PLE. So after this one tugenda kufuna another PLE paper. Nabwekityo abasabye ka science, please you should also get set. Ate ka science kagenda kuba maanyi. Revision yugi bino twabigonza mutugamba nti ensoma tugiwa amakulu. So ebyagaana, just come to our website. Yes, share, comment. Wona wotategedde, we are there to help you. revisionug.com. Okay, kakati namba 31 egambe etya nti 40 cups of water in cup B fill container A. Kitegeeza when you get 40 cups of these cups, 40 cups of this type, and there are 40 of them, they are going to fill this container A. So okujjula kano katanko oba kano ka container A okujjula olina kayiwamu buno obukopo 4 obw'amazzi obujjudde. Ne bakugamba nti study the diagrams and answer the questions that follow. Why not? Katweyongereyo batugambe batya. Batugambye nti find the volume of cup B nti how much water is this one going to carry. Kana akakopo kaffe, that is the volume. So to get the volume, obviously akakopo kaffe kali in form of a cylinder. So volume of a cylinder, that is volume is base area times the what? The height. So what is the base area of a cylinder? So to get the base area of a cylinder, this is pi r squared, then times the height h. And they are telling us that we are using pi as 22 out of what? Out of 7. And therefore we are taking our 22 out of 7. This is 22 out of 7 as our pi. R stands for the radius. Now the radius here, they have given us the diameter. Now if this is the diameter, so the radius is going to be halfway. So we are going to just take 10 out of 2 times 10 out of 2, then times our height, which is the height here, which is 14 centimeters. And therefore with this one, we are now going to do the mathematics in a very simple way. Tugenda kugabizamu now by 7-1, then no, I know 7 tejja vaawo tugire okay, by 7-1 and 7 again and 14. By 7-1 by 7 it is a 2, and then by 2 here 1 by 2 it is a 5, and then by 2 here 1 by 2 is going to be 11. So 11 times 10, that is 11 times 10, okay, 2 times 2, that is a 10, right? 2 times, because we have this 2 times 5, it is a 10. 10 times 10, 100. 100 times 11, we get 100 centimeters cubed, because it is the volume measured in cubic centimeters. So we get 1100 cubic centimeters. Kakati, after that, nebatugamba find the base area of that container A. When we come to the container A, we need to get a base area. How do we get a base area? Base area is equal to length times width, right? But now we don't know the base area. We are going to use the volume method. So volume of that one is going to be base area times the height. Then what is its base area? It is length times width, then times its what? Height. But now this length times height, the base area, which is going to be termed as B, is not given, but they have given us the what? The height. And they have not given us the volume. But wetwabadde tutandika batugambye kano kajjuza olina yiwamu buno obukopo ana. Kakati obuyiwa mwana buli kana akakopo kakaringa amazzi genkanawa, kakaringa 1100 cubic centimeters. Therefore, let us first get the volume. Therefore, we are going to take this one as 1 cup Then here 1 cup carries 1100 cubic centimeters. Then how about 40 cups? So bugenda okujjuza wali, this is going to be 40 times 1100 cubic centimeters. So 4 times this one, we are going to get 4, then we get 0, then we add on our 2 zeros. So the volume, it is 44,000 cubic centimeters, meaning that this volume is equivalent to the volume of the other big one. Therefore to get to substituting M1 volume to gamenti 44000 cubic centimeters, giving us B times the height, and the height given there, it is 50 cubic centimeters. 50 centimeters. Therefore, you're having 44000 cubic centimeters equivalent to 50B. Then we divide by 50. We divide it out by 50. Then 50 by this one. So we remain with our base area. Then 0 by 0 by 5, 1. How many 5s are in 40? They're going to be 8 remaining with 4 by 4 by 5. We get 8, then 0. So we are getting 80 centimeters squared. Therefore, our base area, or the base area, is 880 centimeters squared, because area is measured in square units. So meaning that if we are to divide, we divide by 50 centimeters. Even here we divide by 50 centimeters, then a centimeter will go with 1 centimeter, remain there too. That's why it dies to this one. Okay, so it was very easy. I think you've understood that one. Let us come to our last question. It is about a pie chart, and this pie chart, it is given in degrees, and all of this pie chart, it adds up to 360 degrees. And the first attempt, they are telling us to get a value of r. So to get a value of r, to get the sum of the degrees in a pie chart. So let us now, let me put it here. I just get all of them. So we are having r plus 30, so r plus 30 degrees plus 3r plus 40 degrees plus 90 is equal to 360. So someone is wondering, where have I got 90? This is not r, this is plus. Now I've got 90 from here because this the cow section, it is right angle, so it's 90. So we collect like terms. So we have r plus 3r plus 30 plus the 40 plus the 90, you are getting 360 degrees. Now r plus r, therefore r is then 90 plus 30, that is 120. 120 plus 40, that is 160. So 160 degrees minus 160 degrees is equal to 360 minus 160 degrees. So 4r is equal to 360 160 002. We are getting 200. We divide by 4, divide by 4, then r here is equal to by 4 1 by 4 5 by 4 0, we get 50. So r is 50 degrees. So what are they saying? Now here they are saying given that there are 11 more goats than sheep on the farm, calculate the total number of animals on the farm. So when we have a difference, so we are having difference between goats minus sheep here. So we need to know the goats. What is the what is that? The goats are carrying 3r plus 40. The goats are carrying 3r plus 40, then minus what? Minus okay, no, let us make it clear so that some people are going to get lost. So we are getting we are having goats here. Let us get the goats. The goats are 3 the goats are 3r plus 40, which is 3 times 50 and then plus our 40. Now this is 15 plus 40, which is giving us 190 goats. Then we come to the side of the sheep here. The sheep, it is r plus 30, which is 50 plus 30, which is giving us 80. 80. So 80 50 80 degrees here, right? It is giving us those degrees. Now we have difference in degrees. So difference, we are getting the difference in degrees. So we are having the goats, then we have the sheep, then you have the difference. So the goats degree is 190, then this is 180. It is equivalent to 11. So difference is 190 minus 80. We are getting 11 goats. Therefore 190 190 minus 80, this is 110. Now 110 degrees are equivalent to 11 animals. Then how about the total degrees? 360 will be 360 degrees out of 110 degrees times 11. 0 goes with a 0, 11 1, 11 1, so we are getting 36 animals. So on a farm there are 36 animals on a farm. Congratulations. And again, and we have killed it. Why not? Hey. Learning is fun. RevisionUG.com. So you've been a wonderful learner. Thank you for making it. RevisionUG.com. Cheers. Yes, I remain your teacher Hakim. We meet in the next revision series. Congratulations. Thank you for making it. RevisionUG.com. I sign out. Peace and love.